What up, YouTube? But, you know, give me a second, guys, because people don't know how to rack their weights in my home gym. We're back. Real quick, guys. Everybody that's commented on the Toppers Pizza video, AKA how I grew my chest, got back to all of you guys. And I just want to say thank you so much. I'm new to this. My time is so limited, but I'm making sure I get back to you guys. I'm making sure I answer the questions, and I'm making sure that I answer the critiques, because your input, what I should film, what I need to do better, honestly is really, really helping. So I want to thank you guys for that. Moving on, guys, it is time for part 2. I'm gonna go through what I had to do to actually first heal my shoulders. There was actually a portion in 2013 when I walked into the gym, and this happened to me twice, and I tried to do a side lateral and I couldn't even raise my arm. I had to walk out. It was within 10 minutes. That's how bad my shoulders have been in the past. Honestly, I feel you. I feel anybody that's watching this right now, and you've had a laggy muscle group, and finally when you start to see it grow and stuff, that you're not 100% satisfied, but damn, it feels good. Anyways, let's move on to the first exercise, or the first technique. You guys are gonna fucking love this video. Honestly, this is 100. This is great. Let's do it.
What's up? Where'd you go? Where'd you go, bro?
I don't know how to count. I don't know how to count, I guess. All right, guys, so the first thing I want to share with you, I gotta give credit to my boy Raymond, the online coach. Many of you guys know him from Tube, IG, whatever it may be. Great guy, one of the most 100 genuine people I've met in the industry, and one thing I found is there's not many of them out there. So honestly, Raymond, this one's to you, brother. I should have 10 pounds, but of course this gym, I just double check, make sure that's it. I should have 10 pounds in his hand, but I don't know what's going on here today. So this is what he told me. He said, pretend you have a kettlebell in your hand and you're holding it just with your fingertips, all right? And the idea is to keep a very loose arm. And what most of us do, and what most of us have been taught, is to pin your shoulders back, right? Like, you're taught to do this and then do shoulders. Well, you wanna know what? What I found was this technique wasn't working for me. And I tried everything, guys. I tried the freaking one arms, I literally resistance, everything. So this is what he showed me, and it was just mind-boggling. So what you do is you hold the dumbbells, like you can see, this is 2 fingers right here, guys, okay? I put my 3rd finger down, and instead of doing this, we just break at the hip and then come forward, okay? So what I'm doing is I'm pretending I'm holding kettlebells, and for those of you who have kettlebells in your gym, you're the cool guys, you're the cool people out there. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna keep a very loose grip, and you're going to pull up, and that's it. Like, lead with your elbows. Do not pull with your hands. This is just like this. You do it like this. Up, squeeze, slow down. Squeeze, slow down. And you're gonna start by leaning forward first, and then after every set, you're gonna just slowly stand up a little bit more, correct your posture a little bit more, and then finish straight. Do not sit back though. Continue to have that forward lean. Forward lean, up. On top of this technique, there's something that I learned through that, and I used the mirror for this. What I ended up realizing or discovering that I needed to do was I needed to do side laterals sideways to the mirror. And the reason is this. You would think that I would be doing it for this shoulder, right? That's actually not what I use it for. I'm just gonna use one right now. I actually use it for the purpose of making sure that I'm not pulling too far back. Now, if I can spot my rear delt in the mirror that way, here, I'm yanking too far back, which means that I am gonna apply some pressure with my front delt. So by making sure, if I didn't have my hood on, making sure that I do not see my rear delt forward, or do not see my shoulder forward or back, ensures that, you wanna know what? My ROM, my range of motion, is on point, just like that. And then if I were to go to the other side, same thing. Mirror's over there. I'm just here, and I'm making sure, oh, I caught my elbow. Honestly, I caught my elbow peeking. That's bad. There it is. Elbow's not peeking, elbow's not peeking, elbow peaked. Oh, saw the dumbbell. I know it sounds simple, guys, but if you have issues with your shoulders, that right there, game changer. It's the smallest things. Sometimes we do things, well, I can say this for myself. I'm like, all right, I just really need to yank it back and really need to squeeze it. but then I find myself getting out of the natural range of motion that I'm supposed to be in to grow my shoulders, to actually isolate the muscle that I'm trying to isolate. I've never been very strong with, you know, just being able to just go crazy. Like my boy Jason Poston, I mean, yeah, bro, you're a beast. He's over there with like 80s, but I'm not that guy. I'm the rule. I'm not the exception. After doing my 4 sets of side laterals with very, very light weight, with little pinky fingers, I would then go to rear delts. And this is actually a rule that I've had for myself for a very long time. I always start with rear delts. The rear delt, honestly, not a lot of people have them, guys. And when you have a great rear delt, it adds this thickness and it adds this 3-dimensional look to you that sometimes people can't figure out. Like, you know, they don't have big shoulders and they're not really lean, but like, sometimes it really trumps people a little bit. And I found that by doing rear delts, it actually helped my posture. I swam and I played pole for 8 years. I naturally was kind of like this. And all you bros out there, you guys love to bench, you know, and we tend to do this. And then look at your shoulders just flat back there. By doing rear delts, honestly, it helps fix your posture, it brings your chest up. And it may be surprising to you guys, but I actually don't ever train traps. I never train traps. And it's the posture that actually, I feel, helps create the illusion of the trap popping. Anyways, let's move on, Andrew. Movement number 2, let's do it. This second movement is actually a superset, a giant, no, it's actually not a giant set. The second movement is actually a superset. I don't know what the name is because I just made it up one day, simply because I wasn't feeling it. I would do something and I just was like, ah, I think I yelled or something. I was like, oh, that kind of felt good. So that's what I'm gonna show you guys right now. It burns so good. You guys are gonna love it. So what you're gonna do is you're going to do your traditional bent over. And first of all, when I do bend over rear delts, I never do them like this. I do them this way so I can have my loose hands and pull up. And real quick, before I do this exercise, there's something I want to explain about your rear delts. All you guys that go this far back, just you're yanking and stuff, you're not using your rear delt. I need you to try something for me. I want you to come here and I want you to, like, whatever, hold the dumbbell, whatever you want to say, and I want you to squeeze your rear delt. I can actually do it without even holding anything. And I want you to squeeze as hard as you can and then come out and tell me how far you can actually go by doing that. Like, without recruiting your back. This is it right here. I already feel my lat and my rhomboid trying to engage right now. That's it, guys. Here we go. Oh, and another tip. Your elbow and the dumbbell, I continuously see this way, okay? Once again, make it harder on yourself. You're gonna come out a little bit. Right here, it's loose. Engage my rears. Oh, that's about as far as I can go. 4, 5, 6. My back just did it. Don't count 6. 7, 8, 9. Oh, shit. Okay, right away. Don't relax. Here, again, engage your rears. That one didn't count. Use your rears, guys. Don't use your triceps. Oh, 10 and 10. That's what you do. That is what I did for my rear delts. And it was simply because my mind to muscle connection back there was horrible. I needed to clearly hit it at an angle and then hit it at another angle. And that's one set. I mean, look at it. You can see it, you know? It's one set. That's what helped me bring up my rear delts. I'm gonna give you guys the workout at the end, don't worry. But let's move on to...
What's going on, man?
All right, guys. So, number 3, and honestly, this is gonna be a shocker to many of you guys, and I'm excited about that. It is dips. Good old dips, and I will tell you, I did not start doing dips until probably last year, maybe 18 months to 2 years ago. And anybody with shoulder pain out there, you know why, because it's just, it's virtually impossible. So, my recommendation to you is force yourself to do dips. I was forced to start doing them, and it just, honestly, it was so weird how it helped. Yes, it hurt, but it forced me to learn how to distribute the load in my hand, and that's where the problem lied. I didn't realize that everything came from the palm, or everything for me came from the palm. And if you really think about it, you know, when you're curling and all that stuff, everything, it's a chain reaction. So if you're weak here, your elbow hurts. If your elbow is weak or you have injury with your elbow, your shoulder's gonna hurt. And of course I knew that, but I wasn't applying that to dips. You guys didn't see that. So I'm gonna show you the hand position I'm talking about, and I was forced to do this minimum once a week, sometimes twice a week. And I'm telling you guys, from, I was 23, 24 when I joined the gym. I'm 31 now. Yeah, I'm getting old. That I didn't start doing dips until I was 29. So that lets you guys know, for 5 years, I didn't do dips because of my shoulders. That's a long time. Here we go. So, what I realized was, oh shit, son. Okay. Here's the secret, okay? I'm sorry, here's what I did, guys. So most of us would grab the bar and go like that, right? We would put the bar directly there. What I found was I actually had to go like this. So this crease here, I know this is so weird. I know you guys are gonna be like, what the fuck's he talking about? But this crease here is actually where the center of the bar goes. Kind of right there. I would say it's here, slightly this way, but it's actually not here. I had to put it on the big meat of my hand. So I come up, okay? And then once I'm up, I kind of rotate my hands out a little bit, okay? So that I'm using that meaty part of my hand, and then being forced to go down. And actually, if you can do, there goes my arm, you guys can do these in front of a mirror. It'll really make sure that you're distributing the weight evenly. What I realized was I was drifting this way because of my left shoulder problem. So it forced me to distribute my weight evenly. And in the process of learning my hand position, geez guys, I have no more pain in my shoulder. So here. And if you guys watch the bench video, you guys see I always finish this way. That's it, guys. You know, I was really happy with the chest video, and me and Andrew were pretty excited when we saw how much you guys loved it, but this video is truly gonna kick ass because when you have shoulder issues, you can't grow your chest, you can't grow your shoulders, and you actually can't grow your arms either. Sometimes it even affects people from squatting. This is really good. I really do hope this video helps you guys. We're gonna sign off out there because this is getting so packed out here. I'm gonna give you guys the workout in a second. Let's go. All right, guys, so that's it. Honestly, those 3 moves, I felt personally, for me now, of course, there's 1,000 ways to do things, and you know, people are gonna be like, ah, well, this person said that. Yeah, I get it. I get that you've freaking read this and that. I understand, okay? I'm here trying to share my experiences, what I did to overcome my injuries and my discomfort. So what helped me was the kettlebell little trick with the fingertips, guys. I would say for at least 4 months, I always started with that. I always started with I think I started with 5 pounds, and then I went to 10 pounds, and then after that I would go 12 and a half, and I never really went over 12 and a half. After that, or moving on to rear delts, well, hold on, you guys are probably gonna ask me how many sets. I'm actually not a high volume shoulder trainer. My brother is over here, okay, but because of the discomfort, no matter how much or how, you know, God, I'm like stumbling over my words, I must be hungry. No matter how healthy I feel my shoulders are now, a large volume amount of sets, guys, is going to add up. It's going to add up for me. So I'm still, and I still to this day, train shoulders, you know, probably the least frequent out of any muscle group in my body. And I will do 4 sets of sides. Then if I went to the rear delts, let's say I followed the pattern on what I showed you guys, I would do 4 sets of side laterals and I'd keep it 15 to 20, okay? And the reason why I'm keeping it on a higher rep count is simply it takes me, or it took me, a lot of reps to actually start feeling it correctly. You know, between using the mirror, between trying to figure out the proper bend in my waist, all that, sometimes it wasn't until 7 or 8 reps that I actually started feeling it correctly. So that's why I always do 15 to 20 on my side laterals, simply because my range of motion, my shoulder pain, my hand, I'm better about it now, but in the beginning, I honestly wouldn't feel it for the first 5 to 7. I was making so many adjustments that it wasn't until the backside of the reps, backside of the set reps, whatever, you know, that I would actually start feeling it. So 4 sets there, then I would go do the double rear delty. That's number 2. I would do 4 sets there. Actually, in total, you could almost consider that 8 sets because it's 10 and 10. But I would do 4 sets there, and following that, you know, I actually wouldn't train fronts while I was trying to fix the pain and the injuries and the discomfort, and I would just go to the dips. And what was crazy about the dips actually is, God, did it hurt. God, was it, you know, uncomfortable. But I can't believe how much it helps. You almost, sometimes you shy away from something because of the discomfort, but you also have to call your own bullshit and think about, have you even tried to figure out why it's hurting? I think that's probably the better way to put it. Like, I knew I had discomfort from doing dips, but I never really put too much thought into it. I was just like, oh, it's my shoulder, and they're just not for me. They're just not for me. I guess I just can't do dips. I can't do pull-ups, all that other stuff, and that was bullshit, okay? Did I go too far? All right, guys, I'm gonna start with dislike the video, and then if you like it, you can like the video. You know, and real quick, thank you guys. I was just actually looking at the analytics. So many of you guys are sharing the video. I really appreciate that. It's just fucking awesome. I'm having so much fun with this. So we're done, guys. We're going home.